All right, so uh, almost redid the video because of that -4 that I dropped over here. So you got to be super careful. This guy right here, man alive. I hope that didn't mess anybody up. I almost forgot it right at the end of my video. But I caught myself. So what does that mean? Those two guys are gone, right? See where there's a +4 over here. This +4 and that -4 are gonna go to 0. So what are we left with? Well, there's a 2xh, so 2xh, and then there's a +h squared, and that's it, right? See the x squared over here, I forgot to put maybe a little yellow line through it. This x squared went to 0 with this x squared. This -4 went to 0 with this +4. And the only terms that are left have an h in them. Okay, so the numerator is going to do that every single time. The terms without an h factor are going to go to 0 because they're going to have matching terms that are opposite in sign. And then in the denominator you got an h, and you can see now hopefully that like this h will divide into here and this h divides into there. You got to be able to divide it into both terms. You can't just say I'm going to divide it into one and not into the other term. So when it does divide in there, well, maybe I'll write it like this: 2xh divided by h plus h squared divided by h, right? Hey, my experience in the past, students, I'm going through this hopefully slow enough, really kind of struggle with this idea. What people often want to do, and I just said that a second ago, is they just want to cancel those out. That's what they say. I'm going to cancel those out. You can't do that because this big fraction bar means the denominator has to be divided into each term. Okay, so we can't divide into one term without dividing into the other term. So not allowed to just, cancel those two guys out. So I'm trying to make that a little bit clearer. You don't have to show this extra work if you just understand. Look, I'm dividing h into h. That goes one time. So now I've got 2x. And h into h squared goes h times. That's a little weird, isn't it? Like h squared is the same thing as h times h, right? And we're dividing that by h. So see how 1h here is going to divide into 1h there, and this becomes 1. So now we got 1h. So I've got plus h. All right. Here's my final answer. It has a lot of meaning in calculus right now. We're not so worried about what the meaning is. We're just trying to do that algebra. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching video 2. I want you to try problem 15 and 16 in your homework. They're the hardest problems by far. So if you have some success with 15 and 16, you're going to be in great shape. All right? Thanks for watching 2 of those videos. The third video is going to go over some of the easier problems in your homework at the beginning of the assignment, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that kind of stuff. All right? Thanks again.